I came back and my person is dead. So anyway, hey, send that sucker an invite. Oh no, send him an invite. Run, sucker. Oh shit, someone is shooting me. What up? What up? What up? I might. I'm straight. I'm fucking gay, yo. I gotta steal gold. Got back. Hey. Is it part of your schooling, or is it just like a whole other course of some kind? Yeah. Yeah, practicing is probably just welding bars together. Bars. Back in the day when I was taking welding courses, in school, in industrial arts class, they were teaching us how to weld a bit, and my friend to this day, he still kind of blames me. I don't know, but he took his welding mask off while I started fucking welding, and I flashed his eyes and I hurt his eyes a little bit. And yeah, there was kind of jokes around me about it. Like, man, you fucking blinded me, bro. Never seen the same since. He says that. What? Did you say that Terminator was gonna be on there too? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator, the robot. Really? Yeah, right. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator is gonna be on Mortal Kombat 11. I gotta go see this. Man, I'll probably first round. I'll probably school you up right away. Boom, 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 boom. Beat 10-0. Man, it doesn't matter who I am. I am fierce. You shall die. I'll be fucking Bo Right Show and still beat you. Fuck you up with Bo Right Show. Amazing.
I wanted this song. I want this song. Give me this song. I haven't wanted a Weibo before. Boss.
I gotta see this fucking Terminator shit.
I like that one. I love that one.
Mortal Kombat. I say more shit.
I'm so fucking strong.
Oh shit, Shang Tsung, they got the fucking actor of the fucking guy. I really refrain from watching any of this because I don't want to experience it as on my own. So I really do not watch videos, but because he told me about Terminator, oh, Spawn's gonna be there too. Oh, goddamn. The Joker kind of looks fucking whack. God damn it, Terminator, that looks fucking sick. Hell yeah. I seen a picture of the Joker on Facebook, and it was beside a porn purity Joker, and they looked exactly the same. Like some guy made a porno purity with the Joker, and that's exactly how he fucking looks almost. So that's kind of why I say that it looks fucking whack. Doesn't look scary at all. They should have been Heath Ledger's Joker. Or one of the fucking Jokers from the movie.
No, or they should have just not put him in at all.
Yeah, they had him on Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe or some shit like that already, didn't they? On
Yeah, that shit was ass, bro.
yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't play it too much either. It was alright, but I didn't play it too much. I kind of wanted to check it out a little bit more back when it was out, but nowadays, no. I played it a few times. I forget where I played it, but I didn't own it. The fuck? Where did I play that shit? Which one is that again?
Remember, I'll do anything as long as it's legal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've never played that one. I've only seen previews of that one. Oh man. Yeah. I could do it tomorrow, but fuck, it's gonna put a dent in my pocket. Yeah, I'll get it soon. Yeah. Yeah, she's back online. Fucking. You're fucking on that op shit, that's what it is. This is our. You're the. This is my opportunity to tell you that you're the op now. he's he's racist. He's a racist op. Who's playing? Artsy can't be racist. She's not allowed. It's like SpongeBob can't be negative. Artsy can't be racist. But he's sad. He's not mad. Oh, he gets mad once in a while, but it's in his code not to be negative. Just the rest of us are allowed to be racist. The rest of us three. But you're not allowed to. You're banned. You can't say nothing racist, Archie, without feeling bad. You're too sweet of a person. How many people up in this motherfucker? 9. Hey. I'm on GTA yet. My controller died. Fuck, I'm in a jet. When is the Terminator character coming out? Red Dead be killing motherfuckers. They're just out to hurt people's feelings. keeping everybody in the loop. I finally got the ballistics. Please. I like Wu-Tang. I've never had no issues with them. My mom, I think I don't know if I told you this, but my mom introduced me to Wu-Tang. She fucking bought me the Wu-Tang Forever double disc for Christmas out of the blue. I didn't know who the fuck these guys were. I know, I know, that's fucked up to this day. I'm like, wow, my mom introduced me to Wu-Tang. So, yeah, their fucking music back in the day was real sick. They kind of fell off over the years and they're fucking falling apart, but still they're fucking dope. A couple of them were hating on each other and shit. RZA is the leader of Wu-Tang, so nothing can fucking get done unless he makes the call, and he's kind of, he's been complained about as a shabby leader. He's not the lead, he's always focused on other things and not the artists, I guess you could say, in the long run. They've all had to, like, he literally sold the last Wu-Tang album. There was only one individual copy, and he sold it for $2 million. It was like a Shaolin type crazy, very, very, very unique secret type. That was his marketing gimmick. He was gonna make one single copy of a Wu-Tang album and he's gonna sell it for as much as he could. And he managed to sell it to this little greasy fucking white guy named Martin Scolari, some fucking guy who has a cure for AIDS, but he ain't fucking giving it out, he ain't selling it, literally. So this motherfucking rich little skeezy bastard who's fucking doing actual 5 years Fed time right now, he bought the fucking album for $2 million and has it to himself. And because it went out like that, the majority of the fucking members of Wu-Tang totally disagreed with how that marketing gimmick was panned out, and a lot of the group kind of fell apart because of the specific deal that RZA made with that album, because there's only one single copy, like literally one single copy, and it's like encrusted with diamond and gold casings and everything. It's like a fucking special secret fucking Wu-Tang album that only, and he sold it to the wrong fucking guy. He sold it to a stupid motherfucker. Like, he didn't sell it to like someone worth owning it. He fucking literally, like, Jay-Z should have bought that shit or something, you know? But no, he sold it to some other fucking guy. some little racist, greasy white motherfucker who's like hate straight. There's a lot about this guy. His name is Martin something. He literally has the cure for AIDS, and he won't fucking. You have to buy like fucking. He jacked up the prices. It's like $8,000 a vial just to like kind of help yourself subdue. Yeah, it's like really fucked up. It's like fucked up. So because of this specific character and specific guy, they don't really have the necessity. They don't really have the legal public necessities to fucking cure AIDS because this guy won't sell his patented something for it. And to the people who want to buy it, they have to buy it for $8,000 a vial or something like that. And people do. The rich people with AIDS manage to do it. But for everyone else in the world, no. They don't get none. They die of AIDS. So imagine that. Unfortunately, that's where the last Wu-Tang album went. To a guy who doesn't want to fucking cure AIDS. Crazy, right? He That's what the world has come to, man. That's what the world has come to. He's one of the richest people in America too, if I'm not mistaken. But he's doing 5 years federal jail time right now in some sort of luxurious jail for laundering, and he had like some sort of fucking couple of things that he got caught for, and yeah, they put him in jail. I'm sure they put him in jail because of the way he's been to, because he's like literally a young, cocky, young motherfucker. He's not like an old, rich white guy. He's like in his 30s, mid-30s, and he's like a little cunt, like a legitimate jerk. He was literally beefing with Ghostface Killah, like one of the members of Wu-Tang. They were fucking going back and forth at each other, like threatening each other, dissing each other. Like, you got killers, like he was telling Ghostface Killah, the rapper, he's like, you think you got killers? I got killers. Me, I got killers. You don't got killers. You got fucking bums. He's like, you got bums from the streets. I got killers. And he actually had like fucking black guys behind him posing as his killers. Like, yeah. Yeah, he was on Breakfast Club with Charlamagne tha God too. He did like an interview with them like 2 years ago, like a few months before he went to jail. He's like literally like a smirking cunt. Like he has a big jerky smirk on his face the whole time, acting like he was fucking God's gift to earth. Really fucked up. Really fucked up. He's a young guy. Fucking guy has a cure for AIDS in the latest Wu-Tang album, and he ain't fucking giving neither of them. and he ain't giving them to nobody. Can you imagine how that fucking must affect some of the black community too? Yeah. I'd be pretty fucking pissed. This is one reason why Method Man and all of them, they like Method Man spoke about all this publicly too, and he complained about all of this. Like he was fucking pretty annoyed by the whole thing. Same with Ghostface Killah and God, one of the members. He like literally dropped out of Wu-Tang and fucking went on a dissing rampage and went on Vlad's TV show or Vlad's channel and did an interview how he like was calling RZA's production whack and his beats whack, and saying that he was a whack leader pretty much the whole time Wu-Tang has been around. And so, and one thing about Wu-Tang is they're not allowed to fucking sport the logo. All the members, they're not allowed to put the logo on their albums. The logo, because RZA has it signed to a point where only certain people are allowed to market it legally, and he's one of them. So the rest of the members, the rest of the 8 members that are in Wu-Tang, they're not allowed to put the logos on their stuff and sell or make money or merchandise from the logo, which is fucking crazy, because the logo is one of the coolest things from the Wu-Tang, you know. So you can see them sporting and wearing it, but they're not damn sure not allowed to fucking like sell any of their product or merchandise or even their albums or their fucking singles with the logo on any of it. And if I was a member and that was the case, I wouldn't want to be a member, you know? I'd be like, fuck, man. Like, how am I supposed to rep this shit when I can't even rep this shit? You know? So this is one reason why Wu-Tang Clan's been kind of upside down lately, or out of the scenes lately, because yeah, they've been having a handful of issues with each other. Yeah, but Method Man is sick. Method Man is insane. He's too cool. He's like, yeah, Method Man and Redman, when they're together, they're like, they rep Wu-Tang to the fullest and whatnot still. Redman is not even like a member either. He's just like a side artist. He's not even a member of Wu-Tang. The rest of them, they don't make music. Jizza, You God, Inspect the Deck, you never hear them rapping nowadays. The only ones you hear actually giving and trying to work on music is Method Man, Redman, sometimes Ghostface Killah, but he's not been doing much either, I don't think. Raekwon too. I never liked Raekwon as an artist. I seen him on a few interviews. He's always like a dickhead on his interviews, and it really set me off to not wanting to listen to him as an artist. Because I seen how he looked. I seen how he talked about other rappers. Like, he was kind of a jerk, like, back in the day. So I was like, nah, this guy's a fucking goof. I ain't listening to him. Him too, he probably has a lot of issues with the group, I wouldn't doubt it, because he was always the type to be outspoken about issues. He's always vocal about everything, so I can imagine he's probably pretty vocal and has a lot of issues with the Wu-Tang Clan's issues right now too. They released an album here when me and Amber first started dating, I forget what it's called, but it wasn't that good. I tried to support and own it and play it. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it. It was just, yeah, it wasn't something I liked. The mute just wasn't banging. There was no bangers, no knockers on that. I forget what it was called. It's so fucking, like, if it was a good album, I would have had the fucking title of it memorized in my head forever, but because it was such a whack album, I kind of don't even know what it was called. I forget it. It was a disappointment. It was probably released in like 2007, 2009, long ago. But it wasn't good anyway. It was one of their last albums they made as a group, and then that big secret fucking $2 million album came out with the one copy. That was like their next album, and that's the one we never got to hear. We only got to hear snippets when that stupid little white motherfucker, that Martin guy, the only time we ever got a chance to hear the album was when he was live streaming on Instagram and he had it playing in the background and you can hear it faintly. So that's how fucking cocky he was with this shit. He literally had it in the back. He was like literally being a dickhead, calling out Ghostface Killah, dissing motherfuckers on Instagram, being a little jerk on Instagram live, and he had the album playing faintly in the background. So
who doesn't follow Shaq on Instagram? What?
I don't follow Shaq on Instagram. Do you?
Hi.
My daughter just came in here and said, who doesn't follow Shaq on Instagram? I don't know. I don't.
That's sad.
Do you even know who Shaq is, Ashaya? You don't even know who Shaq is. Oh no.
What?
I'm seeing Native are making fun of you, Ashaya. At this point.
What?
No.
Get epically wrecked on by Epic Games.
Ashay said get noobed on, Buster.
Hey, I killed someone with speed box. I literally killed someone with a pistol and he loaded at his skull.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
I killed some people's guy with a skull.
No.
With a pistol.
Absolutely not.
What?
They're trying to make you swear.
Our fearless leader.
Never mind, today she had the nerve to ask me how old were you when you started swearing. Like,
How can I
trying
help
to get it or trying to find hints to find ways to swear. Like, she probably damn swears on her own private time sometime on her own. I caught her. I walked into the kitchen one time with the door closed. I walked in and I caught her getting mad at Roblox. Bullshit! Like, what the fuck did you just say? It's like, she's like, I'm sorry. I got all scared. You don't goddamn swear around me, kid.
You seemed calm. Is it just me who not seem to care when it happened?
Fuck Roadblock. Artsy.
I was playing a game that actually has people raging. This game actually has people
Special
fighting
card.
Roblox. It's called Tower of Hell, the most hard obby you can find, except for Pro Towers, which was made by the same person.
Harlem.
Stop pretending to be a rhino.
I'm gonna stop you.
If you want to be a rhino, then go to the zoo.
Man. I could literally buy that shit right now if I wanted to. But I want to, but I'm cheaping out. Well, how much is it online? Is it $70 right now? $70, $80 right now? You got the disc? You might as well just fucking mail that shit to me. Just play.
Hey, you made me fun myself.
Just download it and mail me the disc. Fuck. Just play.
That made me fun myself.
No, that's your fault.
It'll just end up cracked in the mail. Send me a cracked disc on purpose. Dream on, fuck. Jeez. Goddamn crate. Oh, never mind. You should have seen me and Lisa were playing earlier and I fucking tumbled down the mountain. It was so stupid and humiliating. She hurt. Yeah. It was like dumb how, because I literally rolled down the mountain slowly and couldn't get up and I went all the way down. I was like, what the fuck? And the reason why I was tumbling down the mountain is because my fucking oppressor tumbled down the mountain, which also looked dumb, so I tried to go and chase it. Then I ended up fucking following it and tumbling down the mountain too. That's like,
It takes a lot.
fuck, you should go live. Can't you go live at least like at some point on your Instagram or some shit? Show us what it's like, man. I want to know what it's like.
For me to get embarrassed myself.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, some Aboriginal gatherings don't allow stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, do you remember on the first day when there were like kids there were like a line of kids who were like grade 7ers and you literally called them small. What do you call them? I forget.
Out the way.
Out the way, tiny humans.
Out the way, little humans. Oh yeah.
Out the way, little humans.
On the first day of school last year, when I took my kids to school for the first day, all the other kids were in my way, all the grade 7ers, all the big kids in their school. I was walking by them, out the way, little humans. Just had them all looking at me. Yeah, probably. Something like that. And embarrassing my daughter. Out the way, little
I
humans.
actually wasn't embarrassed. I was actually like literally like about that. I literally like I was laughing. It takes a lot for me to embarrass. Any normal person would have been embarrassed at that.
Never mind. When I was walking out of their school one time to pick the kids up, my kids were walking in front of me, and I was walking by these other little kids and two little black kids actually. One of them was like, "Fuck you," and I turned around and I was like, "Hey, don't be talking like that around here." And he looked at me, and they all both got scared. They all looked at each other. Yeah. He was swearing at that other kid. I think he was looking mean at that other kid, and I turned around and I had to like, "Hey!" No, he was swearing at the other kid. Yeah, I thought he was swearing at me. Yeah, me too. I thought he was swearing at me.
I remember many times running into children who sweared in our school, and they were like in grade 4, and they were like in grade 5, 6, 5 or 6.
Old native man. Old native man fights grade 2er.
That's what my favorite song is. Go work out mine is. Wait, you put this switch on your stream? You put my switch on your stream?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, I did.
go on there. Look, I actually found my...
And the word is stream.
Yeah.
Stream. Not stream. Man. Just imagine how he sounded when he was a baby crying. Ah, ah, ah. Hey, hey, hey. It's a big ass sounding baby. Where? Yeah. I wish I had a recording, an audio recording of some kind too when I was a kid. Harlem's lucky he has a bunch of them, so he'll always get to hear him as a kid how he used to sound. But me, I don't have that shit. I must have sounded like a little pansy too. When something stupid and sad or silly happens, my kids, they go into like this video mode in their heads, and they always sing like these little songs, and then they cut themselves off before they can finish the song. I don't know what the fuck, it's like something they do now. I don't know what's going on. But like, let's say they see something sad, or something sad happens in any circumstance. It could be something at home, could be something on YouTube, could be anything. Something sad happens and they just happen to witness it. They'll sing two little songs, and they'll only sing the first few seconds of it. And one of them is that one song, "How can this happen to me?" They'll stop. Or the other one, "Hello darkness my old friend." They'll sing that just out of the blue, just because because I seen that in like, yeah, so that's where they get it from. This goddamn generation of fucking moronic millennials. You guys, just kidding. Your guys' generation influencing my fucking kids. That hurts. That hurts. Hurtsy, no matter what, you can't claim it, but you're a part of it. What year's your birthday? The year? 98? Ay. Man, the fucking everybody's older folk, they call us, they refer to me and my group of age people as millennials too, and I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm a fucking 80s baby, I'm not no goddamn millennial. You're a millennial. I'm born in a different decade, so I'm born in the 80s, you're born in the 90s. I'm 12 years older than you, Artsy. That's not that old. It's not that bad. I'm like an older cousin or your uncle or something. I gotta get new glasses, to be honest. I need new glasses. I'm only wearing these fucking thicker black frames right now because my fucking kids wrecked my other two pairs. Harlem whacked me in the face early in the morning, just play fighting. My glasses were nice thin, awesome titanium frames, and they were thin metal frames, but that doesn't mean they were strong. We were rolling around in the morning. First thing in the fucking morning, like, just we started grappling, kind of rolling around. I started trying to rough him up, and he whacks me straight square in the face and split my glasses in half. Man, the fun ended there. I was like, what the fuck? You fucking broke my glasses. Ain't goddamn fun no more. Get off me.
Oh, it's one kid that
And then my daughter, I got another pair, my little baby, roughly a few months later, and I'm happy, like, you know, because I still have this next pair. She gets a hold of my glasses and fucking breaks them, snaps them in half. Like, the leg comes off, so I have to tape that shit up, wire that shit up, and then she fucking manages to snap it in half. Like, no. Beat it, Harlem. Out of here. Get up. Me and Amber doing the deed. She fucking got up and stepped on my glasses right after we were done. That's how my other pair of glasses broke. right after. So that was whack. Stay out of my lobby. Purchase the heavy barrel for the combat MG. Oh, I got the heavy barrel. I only have one more thing to get in my bunker and I got everything. I'm the last person to do this, mind you. All three of you guys done all the bunker work. Yeah, I fucking totally forgot about my bunker. I literally forgot about this shit. I had to be reminded when I Could you imagine if we waited? We'd still be fucking halfway waiting. I don't even think I would have been halfway even close to done. They got the shit clocked out. We'll set up the bunker so it's 2 years worth of work.
I sent some of the new plans for this one. Got me a real rush of luck down south. We got some great weaponry available.
So I got the fucking heavy barrel to this bad boy. Yeah. It's about fucking time too. What? Is that all it does? Gives you 4 more bullets? The range? Not even the damage rises. So fuck, that's lame. They want me to spend $66,000 to jack up my range a fucking hair. Stupid.
I got one of those myself.
Well, it is what it is.
That is a whole
Spend that shit. 66,000 for practically nothing. Yeah. I need to run the ball again before I can even fucking do anything. I only have $1 million now. Buy a car, I'll be broke. Me? Did I get off? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did it. I was tired that time. Yeah. Amber used to legitimately get mad at me. What the hell? You're still awake? Get that fuck to bed now. Who's gonna be up? You gotta be up with the baby. Fuck it, I'll stay up all day. Okay, what the fuck am I doing? Oh yeah. Cause you're... Hell yeah, man. So you got a bass guitar too now? Shit yeah, fucking get good at that shit, bro. Hell yeah. I can hear it faintly. There's fucking There's fucking crackheads at your door? Jeez. Like, I thought you talking about it in real life. Like, that's on The Sims? Damn. Man, the last fucking last time the Mormons came to my door, they were like young motherfuckers, little young, pearly, fucking golden haired white boys, fucking full on blue eyes, just came to my door, and they were like fucking trying to push the Mormon religion on me. I'm fucking 30 some years old. You cannot do so. I know, like I spent years studying majority of all religions, and the Mormon religion is also one of these religions I've studied and learned and got to understanding the bullshit that comes with the religion. So when you get like little young naive kids coming to your door trying to kick fucking the Mormon Jesus to you, the fucking Joseph Smith, I had to yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. The whole fucking foundation of the Mormon religion is bullshit. But when they came to my door and started asking me if I was interested in it, I had to like literally get mad at them. Like within seconds, I was like, "Ah, you guys, don't you realize what you're doing? Don't you guys realize you're wasting your time?" Like I put it on them. Like I told them specifically, you guys are being misled. Whoever the fuck is making you guys do this is wasting your time and wasting their own time. This shit is bullshit. The whole fucking concept is bullshit. You guys, and then I hit it with them. You guys know about the Bible, right? And they're like, yeah, we do. You guys read and study the Bible, right? They're like, yes, we do. And I'm like, okay, well, at the back of the Bible, in the Revelations, it tells you specifically that in the end times that Satan will run the world and that he will have an army and the majority of the world will be a part of his army, right? And they're like, yes, yeah, that's what it says. You guys are that army, I told. You guys, your religion that you're pushing now, your race right now, your people right now, you guys are that specific army that the Bible has been pushing and pumping and telling us and warning us about. So technically, you guys got to watch what you guys are doing. Pay attention to what you guys are fucking teaching and spreading. Because one day you're going to run into a person like me. And they're like, oh, we're sorry to bother you. We're sorry to bother you. And they fucking, yeah, they fucked off. They didn't come around here after that. Damn. Almost got baptized in the, when I was yeah, I remember you telling me about this. Is she still a Mormon too? That's what they always are, yeah. They always are.
It's the general. There's the boss.
Because it'd be fucking each other. If I was a Mormon, I'd be trying to fuck. They're very much like Jehovah's Witnesses. They're like a different strain of Christians, but they have a whole different belief based around Joseph Smith's Bible and Joseph Smith's writings. So Joseph, he gave himself this title, by the way. He went off and made this bullshit claim about the bullshit things that he supposedly seen, and he came and manipulated a handful of people, and those people manipulated another fucking group of people, and before you knew it, over a decade to over a fucking century, he had a massive following before he passed away, and they just continued pushing this specific fucking bullshit Mormon religion based around this scriptures and teachings that he wrote, based around the idea of him being the prophet of his times, because he said and he claimed that he went off and was spoken to by angels and angels came to him, but there's no proof of this. There's no the whole Mormon religion just takes his word for it, you know, whereas in the Christian religion there's semi evidence of Jesus's life, you know, but in the Mormon religion there's nothing but this fucking Joseph Smith's word of his little bullshit tales that he made up. So now they focus their whole fucking concept and their whole religion around the scriptures and the little bit that Joseph Smith wrote out along with the Bible. So they mesh the two together in a sense. Just Joseph Smith's teachings along with I'm pretty sure the New Testament or some sort of Bible that they have along with their teachings, but it's practically Christianity with a fucking rubbed off sense of this other goof they call Joseph Smith.
I'm ready to go on this end.
Joseph Smith. Nothing. Well, yeah, yeah, there's. Yeah. And it's all Joseph Smith's writings, and it's all fucking tacky bullshit. Yeah. It's a cult. It's a cult. That's what it is. They portray themselves as a modern religion, and they've managed to legally consider themselves through the government as an actual religion. And it's easy. I could turn True Mind Nation into a religion if I wanted to, you know. But yeah, all hail the fucking digger of truth. All hail, worship the digger of truth.
Oh, hi.
No, but that's pretty much what he did. He fucked around and made his own bullshit up and had many followers. If you're a manipulative motherfucker, you can do shit like that. People do it all the time. There's actually all kinds of cults all over the world with people who have manipulated and have controlled and have brainwashed and have subdued people into crazy cults. Crazy cults. There's a motherfucker out there right now controlling a bunch of people, claiming that he is the next Jesus, and he's out there. I forget what the fuck his name is, but there's another mother, and he's very convincing. He has like this whole patch of land that he has all these newcomers come and join him, and everything is free, and it's like this natural hippie world, and I forget what the fuck it's called. It's like legitimately like, and he's like apparently the next prophet, bullshit ass shit. But that's, of course, it's nonsense. But there's motherfuckers out there who could literally control and manipulate hundreds of thousands of people. A superstar can do it. Eminem, Kanye West, Jay-Z, those guys can manipulate the minds of thousands to millions of people too. So it's very tricky when it comes to religions and cults and prophets and fake deities and fake prophets. I have a grandfather who full on believes in the Christian religion, and I had to learn the hard way. And I had to dig into it, and I had to find my own research, and I had to literally go and find the truth for myself. This is something, he's like a fucking going on to about roughly 60-year-old man now, 70 maybe, I forget how old he is. But he ain't doing that. He ain't going to look for the truth. He's stuck. He's fucking locked into this concept of Christianity, and you cannot tell him otherwise. He's gonna die with this lost concept of life. And Christianity is dope. It's the most plausible religion of all religions. Plus, it's the most common religion, but it's still far from truth. You know, there's a lot of it that is mixed and matched. The Bible has been rewritten 1,000 times over, and Jesus never fucking wrote a single word in that Bible. So technically, we're getting the word from other guys. So fucking all of them, Psalms, fucking Exodus, Leviticus, Number, all these fucking chapters in the Bible, these are people, and it's twisted and fucked up. Jesus never wrote a goddamn thing. He never fucking told anyone to write a Bible and make a Bible. This is all Roman Catholic It's all comes from Caesar. It all comes from fucking Rome and Caesar. They were the ones who formulated and plotted the Bible onto the masses. It was nothing. Had nothing to do with Jesus. Jesus did not instruct his apostles. Did not instruct any of his people to write scriptures. Or well, they always wrote scriptures, but some of those scriptures from some of the apostles were anointed into the Bible. But that's roughly about it. Jesus never instructed anyone to do it. He never told anyone to write a Bible and follow it. It's very fucking fucked up. And so the masses follow this shit, right? Everyone, the whole concept of American laws surrounded around the Bible's sins and commandments as well. So the Bible is very important at the end of the day to freedom and to actual like sovereignty, to American sovereignty, to Canadian sovereignty, to our existence. Though a lot of it is nonsense, it still controls our laws. It still controls our actions. You know, it's a powerful book at the end of the day. Holds a lot of power. And the one reason why it still stays relevant and powerful is because some of those scriptures are literally from some of the apostles that were walking with Jesus around the time he was on earth. But he specifically never asked anyone, he never instructed any of these people to create this book for the masses to follow. It wasn't him. He never wrote shit. People just wrote about him, you know. That's what it is. It was Eddie Griffin, the comedian, said it best. Like, Jesus didn't write a goddamn thing. It was his homies who wrote about him. Like, damn, you know. I was damn near nigga daddy, you know. That nigga owed me $12, you know. Those guys were the guys who wrote about Jesus. Yeah. There's in the more ironically I don't know if it's the Mormons or the Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm pretty sure it's the Jehovah's Witnesses. They have stories that they were taught from the indigenous of Jesus coming to the Americas long ago. It is believed that Jesus, between the ages of 18 to 30, there's a 12-year gap in the Bible where Jesus was a child to all of a sudden Jesus is a 30-year-old man. So in between those 12 years, there's no fucking say to where he went. There's a lot of theories. There's a lot of theories that go around in the world that says that the spirit of whoever this Jesus guy was, because Jesus is also a different name. There's different names for Jesus too, much like there's different names for other deities. There's a lot of other people who have different names for Christ. Christus. There's a bunch of them. So there are many different belief systems, and there's many different cultures who believe that Jesus at one point came to the Americas and whatnot, and spoke and sat down with the shamans and the Indians, and was believed, and it was said that some of the Indians and the Indian tribes knew of the coming of the white man. Jesus warned them ahead of time and whatnot. Came and told the natives that the white man were coming. So there was a lot of tribes. So there's different stories of Jesus coming in the flesh, like literally coming in person, most likely on boats with other people, most likely with the Vikings or whatever. But there's also other stories of Jesus coming in spirit, you know. There's other stories of Jesus coming to the indigenous in spirit and warning the indigenous too. So there's many different tribes who have different stories based around the concept of Jesus coming to them. And he has a different name in a lot of indigenous tribes too. The indigenous tribes don't refer to the spirit or the deity of Jesus as Jesus Christ. There's actual... He was given Indian names, and now these are names I gotta go off and figure out again. I used to know a couple of them, but I fucking forget them. But he was given Indian names a long time ago. Back in the day. Yeah. Because we don't have much elders nowadays, they're not gonna be teaching you that shit either. Our elders are passing away. All this information is going away every single day. An elder passes away. Fuck, I am the elder in my family now, man. So Artsy has a natural Christian heart. Hey Artsy, you were taught that, raised as a Christian. Me too, I was raised as a Christian. Though I'm not a Christian and I don't believe in them, I was raised as a Christian and I know a lot of the teachings. I firmly believe in the commandments. The commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. I stick those close. It's common sense, yeah? That's why I'm called the Truth Digger. Truth Digger. I've been looking for answers too, yo. That's the whole term to where that came from. Truth Digger. Truth Digger. Searching for the truth. I went as far as going right into fucking digging into Satanism and Luciferianism. Fuck, I got... Yeah, it's kind of one reason why I'm a little fucking twisted, because I learned a lot about that shit. Yeah, I fucking studied a lot of that stuff too. Oh, the whole fucking thing is interesting. It's interesting because it rebels. It's the whole rebellious It empowers you. It's enticing because it empowers you, and it talks about you, and it gets you to feel. It brings out your inner ego. It brings out your inner power. It makes you not give a fuck about nobody else. It literally tells you in the Satanic Bible that no one matters anymore. Nothing will matter. Revenge is a must. All those are rules. Anything that goes against it's the opposite of the commandments. You know. Heartless carelessness. Yeah, anything opposing. Thou do what thou wilt. Okay, this is what it is. There's 10 commandments. There's 10 commandments in the Bible. There's one commandment in the Satanic Bible. And there's one commandment in the Satanic Bible is do what thou wilt according to human law. So do whatever the fuck you want as long as you can get away with it. Do whatever you want as long as the human body and nature allows it and provides it. So if you're capable of doing this and doing that, do it. If you feel it, do it. That means fucking anything. So that even means some of the sickest thing you could possibly think of sometimes. So people take this into consideration, you know. This is why the Satanists are so easy and eager to kill, harm and hurt and rape. You know, stuff like that. This is why it's so easy for them to sacrifice and harm not only animals but people, you know, children. Because it's do what thou wilt, do whatever the fuck you want, you know, do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to this shit, do whatever you want. That's the fucking commandment. That's the one single commandment in the Satanic Bible. And it's enticing, because, you know, sometimes Jesus ain't there to answer you, so fuck, Satan might. That's why it's so enticing. I'm not Amber, I'm not convincing him. Amber just told me to shut up. I'm not trying to convince you to get into that at all. That's pretty much the cons. Because right now, like, in the Bible, if the Bible is telling it is as true as they believe it is going to be, then no matter what, the fucking Satan is gonna run everything down here. He controls all. He runs the. He's the ruler of air. He runs it down here. It's in the Bible, and he will run it right to the ground. You know, right, he'll destroy, and it's written. So that's the concept. You're either gonna be in his fucking way or you're gonna be on his side. There's no fucking other way of looking around it. So you have a choice. That's the choice you have in this world. Is you're either in his way or you're not. You're either in his way or you're on his side. And most people, whether they like it or not, whether they want to admit it or not, or whether they even fucking believe it or not, they're on his side. Because if you're not fighting against him and you're not willing to go against him, then you're fucking liable and you're on his side. You're just as... And this goes for everybody. Everybody. You know? That goes for you, that goes for me, that goes for everybody. My children, our children to come, my deceased uncles, everyone and anyone. You know? It is all accounted for. You're either on Satan's side or you're fucking fighting against him. And even though when you're neutral and you're not doing anything to go against that darkness, if you're not fucking fighting against that, you're literally you're in the way of people who are trying to stop evil. Cause you're one of, yeah, and it's fuck. I think I'd rather be wrong in my own way, following my own traditions, than to be wrong following the white man's way. Just so I can have an excuse, you know? And it's because of the things in... Majority of my people have been wiped out in the name of Jesus. They use Jesus as an excuse to kill my people. And your people, RC too, they put it on your people too. So it's really hard for us to really want to be a part of it. Yeah. The white people, they came out here and they discovered how to connect with other spirits through us too, and they've used a lot of our power to contact spirits that they weren't supposed to. So they kind of flipped our traditions as well. And this is how they got into. This is how Satanism became so big. And this is how Aleister Crowley became deep. It's because the teachings that they learned from shamans in Indian culture and even African culture and voodoo culture, they've turned that into like legitimate actual Luciferianism and Satanism. They've managed to grab all the things that, because we used to use these, a certain amount of these to pray to our gods, into our ancestors, into our spirits, into the world, into the, but they managed to turn it into, they've learned what they could from all these religions, and some other religions flipped it into legitimate devil worship, and they've found ways to communicate with. We've taught these motherfuckers to communicate with spirits more so than they've ever knew how to over the past 500 years. When the Europeans, before they ever came out here, they didn't know how to communicate with spirits. They didn't have the gist of how to do it as well as we did. We did it on the regular. We were so in tune with the spirit world. When they learned how and we did it, they fucking literally like took it, winged it, ran with it, and contacted their own spirits, the spirits that follow them. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we contact the spirits and the ancestors that follow us, and there are many. There's armies and there's legions of spirits and demons that are right in front of us that we will never be able to comprehend or see. There's all kinds of things that are going on in front of our sight, you know. But yeah, that's the thing about them, is they managed to take everything from every culture and flip it. And Satanism is exactly that as well. Satan is Christianity flipped. It's the exact opposite in every sense.
Like, our ancestors are probably fucking looking down. Like, what the fuck? Like, these speaking English.
Why the fuck is my oppressor in here? God damn it. I gotta get my oppressor. Maybe I should just go kill fools. Is there anybody in here that I can kill? I should just... There's only... What the fuck, man? Leave me alone! Goddamn pedestrian pulled me right out of my truck. Pulled me right out of my truck is what I meant to say. I don't want to draw you guys from any religion, and I don't want to entice you guys into any scary religions. That's not what my intention is. It may seem kind of like that, or it may seem a little. I'm not trying to.
You're fucking Christian, you go to white heaven. You're like this. We'll go wherever. We'll go with our great spirit, our ancestors. No,
Tip, ladies love it. Man, I can only help so much. There's a time when I gotta stick back and let them fucking pigs hang around my crib every day. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what the fuck they looking for, but those motherfuckers better watch that shit. I have to go out there and light those motherfuckers up like a fucking birthday cake. Baby, I'll lick your ass. Nice titty, sweetheart.
I'm at the strip club. I think it's supposed to be complicated. It keeps people distracted for years. I think they made it to be a puzzle. Make it a mind fuck so they'll spend their life.
Like just the industrial and whatever, like common sense stuff.
Common sense, yeah.
You gotta accept Jesus into your heart and do this, and it's like, well, how does he even do that? It makes sense.
You know, the way I feel, I think Jesus has a lot to explain. I think he needs to fucking come to me and tell me what the fuck's up. You know, in order for me to follow him, he's gonna have to come to me and convince me, because I've seen too much and I know too much, and I'm not comfortable believing in. He's gonna have to come to me in a dream. He's gonna have to come to me as an apparition. Because if he doesn't, then I'm not gonna fucking go about pressing his name too much. I'm gonna always keep his name distant from my. And that same goes with anyone else, you know, any other deity, like even when it comes to Satan, you know, like you can't say.
I've seen shit in my culture believe. I've seen the fucking community. I've had stories of fucking widow people. So that's more evidence than me believing in my culture. It is like fucking book about a guy that was
2,000 years ago. 2,000.
like, you know what I mean? I've found more evidence in my culture than that shit.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? This
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know what you mean.
We gonna bust some things up like old times?
I'm pretty firm when it comes to our native traditions too. The way we look at things, I'm pretty firm, and I have a firm belief about ours, and I like to stick to it. But I do always keep an open mind, and I do always listen. That's the one thing that I always need to focus on a lot, is listening, so I understand everything else too. Because that's one thing about people, when they focus on just this or just that or just this, their ability to listen is gone. I can't tell my grandfather to fuck all about anything else, because all he wants to know is Christianity. I can't tell my other grandfather anything else, because all he focuses on is native tradition. And they're firmly stuck on their beliefs, so they cannot be told otherwise. And you can't teach old dogs new tricks, is the fucking terminology, is how they say it. And literally you can't. Like, you can't tell an old person what to fucking think anymore. But me, because I know this, I can't be one of those people anymore. I have to be the person who can listen all the way up until I'm an old motherfucker ready to die. I'm still willing to hear you out and listen to what you have to say. It's still, you know, that's kind of how I want to kind of take on my belief structures. Like, I believe in a certain form, but I'm still willing to listen to what people are saying, because I want to know if you're fucking full of shit or not. I want to see if you're, you know, if you're into this or if you're into that. I'm over observant. I observe and I stress myself out because of how much I listen to other people, how much I want to understand. Like, I have to know. I want to know what's going on in their minds. I want to know why they are the way. Whoever it is, it could be anybody. Like, so I've put that same mindset from studying Christianity to studying Satanism. I have to know what entices my grandfathers and all these other people to Jesus and God and Mary and Joseph and the three kings. What the fuck are their names? I have to know. And then I have to know what entices these devil worshippers into Luciferianism and Satanism, and which specific deity they fucking worship, like Baal or Moloch or all these other fucking satanic devils. Those are just other names for Satan. Satan has a bunch of different names out there, man. Molahhh is a Mortal Kombat character, but they got that shit from not a demon, satanic devil. Molahhh. Remember that bad guy from Mortal Kombat? He was in one of the Mortal Kombats. I'm not too sure which one, but he was like the second last guy in one of the games, and his name was Molahhh, and he was like this fucking big ghoulish troll-looking motherfucker. He wasn't like Goro or none. He was like a big-ass trolly motherfucker. You have to Google him if you have to. And forgetting that, all these cults, all these occults, these secret devil occults, they worship spirits and stuff like that Molech and Baal, B-A-A-L. There's like ancient satanic, in the Bible, so Satan has 6 different names. Ironically, the number 6. But yeah, he has 6 different names. Baal, Moloch are one, 2 of them. Satan is another one. Lucifer is another one, and I forget the other 2. Just 2 other ones. What's that? The Mortal Kombat character? Yeah, you're gonna have to Google him. Get out. I forget which Mortal Kombat game he comes from. Like, that's the one where. Yeah, that's the one. I rap that shit. I used to fucking play that shit all the time. That's the one where you can create your own character, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can create your own fighter. I was a little young. You were probably a little boy when that one came out. I was whooped ass on that one too, man. I'm a Mortal Kombat veteran, bro. I don't know if it goes. You better be fucking good, man. You better just get practice while I don't have it. There's no reason to if you don't have no. There's no reason to care for any other religion. I was literally so enticed by Satanism at one time. I was like legitimately on the verge of fucking becoming a devil worshipper. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably be an ugly person. I'd probably be an uglier human being. But I've thought about it on numerous occasions, man. Especially getting into the music industry. Sign my soul away. Yeah, I've fucking considered it, yo. I've literally considered it. I've considered it. Too strong though. My mind, my love and my culture and my children keep me from doing crazy dumb shit like that, you know? Having children really changes you. I swear. It keeps you from doing shit like that. Damn. No. I'm not, just because I seem like I was enticed and like because I say this now, and to be honest with you, I'm not saying this in a sense of pride. I'm saying this in a deep sense of shame telling you guys this. Alright? Be aware of that. I'm not proud of myself. I'm not saying it to brag. I'm saying it because it's shameful and it's the truth. And you guys, people, like, it must be known, you know? Amber knows. Me and Amber have talked about it on numerous occasions. But just know. I've dabbled out of my comfort zone one too many times, and now I don't even want to think. I don't even like thinking about it. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I scared myself in a lot of ways on numerous occasions. I've literally put myself in anxiety and fear just with the things I've looked up, the things I've researched, the things I've discovered, the things I've seen. I've scared myself. Like, I don't know what's real. Like, I'm so confused with the idea. Like, I personally, like, there was a time where I thought Jesus and Satan were kind of just like fucking us all both over, you know? Like, you know, like it's confusing. Like, it's a lot easier to fucking forget it. It's a lot easier to not want to think about it. It's a lot easier to just never fucking focus on this type of shit. It's a lot easier, and that's why people go on their days not wanting to, because it's easy. It's easy. You don't need to be focusing on any of this stuff if you don't want to. But this shit will put you'll fucking you have to go through the phases of living in fear. This is once you learn a lot of it. The fucking thing about YouTube is they've cracked down on a lot of this stuff. You cannot find none of this information anymore on YouTube. You gotta go fucking elsewhere, Daily Motion, fucking other websites nowadays to find out specific types of videos, because they've cracked down. They don't want you motherfuckers nowadays to know anything. So they've shut down a lot of motherfuckers. That's why they even shut down Alex Jones, because he's a crazy motherfucker too, and he was always looking for shit. Yeah, man. I used to follow that motherfucker until he started following Trump. It's not like I don't like him, but he fucking opened up he exposed the whole Bohemian Grove incident, which is crazy. He spoke up on the fucking Masonic, the occults that tie in with the Masonic temples. So anyway, okay, well, the Bohemian Grove is a secluded, private, sectioned off location in California where these high officials used to go to every fucking year for 2 weeks every summer. So all the biggest names in fucking politics within America would secretly get away from their ventures, go to this fucking retreat for a week or two, and literally praise and worship and do all kinds of fucked up fuckery with this stone owl in robes, like the satanic occult ritual. That's what. And Alex Jones was the motherfucker who literally broke in and snuck in and got actual film footage of the actual fucking event happening. And this event is so secret, we don't know exactly what they do, but they managed to get a little bit of footage of what they did, what they were doing, and he caught footage of fucking a massive group of people standing around this 20-foot stone owl they were all worshipping and praising. There was one guy talking in like this big announcement voice, saying these weird ritual chants, like almost like creepy poetry, and they were all moaning and groaning in the background like weirdos, like like all of them, like fucking scary shit. So Alex Jones discovered this and leaked it and put it all over the internet, and of course, like, there's like big names that attend this thing, like Bill Clinton, George Bush, fucking Hoover, and the FBI directors, and the fucking Council on Foreign Relations, fucking and all kinds of fucking politicians, and just American politicians and leaders. The biggest names, the Trilateral Commission, the fucking the Council on Foreign Relations, what's the other one? There's another one. There's like hundreds of them. So this is what Alex Jones went and discovered and fucking exposed and put out. fucked up. And he had a list of them. I don't know how he got a list, but he managed to get a list of all the specific names that were in this Bohemian Grove event at that specific time. And he got a fucking crazy list of some of the... Obama was even in there. Yeah, Obama's right up in there. He got fucking, as soon as he got assigned into the president, he was assigned to the fucking head council of the Council on Foreign Relations. And the Council on Foreign Relations, their members always were taken to this Bohemian Grove retreat all the time. And when there's video where people asked Obama about the Bohemian Grove, and he literally dodges the questions. Like everyone else, they dodge the questions. Fucking crazy, yeah, crazy. Right now, Obama, like with the whole Hillary and Trump thing, Obama and those Democrats, they kind of got fucking exposed big time through the dark web. The dark web and the people behind the dark web and all the fucking hackers and shit, they fucking cracked a couple of fucking crazy emails that were fucking leaked over the past year. This is why Hillary Clinton pretty much kind of lost, is because someone fucking leaked some crazy emails on the Wiki page, and there was like about pedophilia and fucking sex, like it was about underground sex rings. There were Hillary Clinton's emails talking to other people, all kinds of people. Her and Hillary Clinton's campaign managers, Todd and Tony Podesta. These three people's emails were leaked on the internet, and in those thousands of emails, there's conversations of them arranging pedophile acts at numerous occasions with secret pedophile codes, like words and codes that refer to specific kinds of pedophile, crazy things. Oh, gross things. And suddenly, like, fucking Obama's name was there, and Hillary Clinton's name was all there, and they had this was all going around all after their fucking... So they were holding these crazy, creepy Democratic night events while they were... So during the day, they were holding their public Democratic, like, conventions publicly, and in the night times and in the evenings they would go and have their fucking creepy, like, crazy, scary moments. And these emails pretty much these emails literally spilt the fucking tea, and it was so grimy and dirty and fucking sick that the media literally did not jump on. They fucking did everything in their power to keep the pedophile words and the sex rings out of the conversation, and they fucking... This is why this whole situation with these emails is the reason why YouTube got cracked down. This is the reason why all this is going on now, and the internet, all these conspiracy theories are getting shut down, and all these people who have like these types of videos on YouTube they're all getting taken down now. And YouTube literally had to crack down on what people uploaded and what people were talking about, because everyone was talking about it now. Not only were they talking about it, but there was thousands and thousands of videos uploaded, thousands and hundreds of thousands of people commenting left and right. And me, I was caught right in there, watching, listening, searching for the answers, as I always do, you know. So that all this crazy shit was going on right around the fucking last 6 months of Hillary and Trump's campaign, and this is what destroyed Hillary Clinton's fucking ability to win, because fucking at least half the country jumped on it and learned a little bit about it. And this is why everyone jumped on Trump's nuts, because people say Trump is the lesser of two evils when it comes to those two, because Hillary Clinton has a grimy, she's a fucking witch. She's like, there's literally legitimate fucking... She hangs with fucking people who are like witches. Like, there's this Anna Momovic bitch who fucking literally rubs blood and cum and semen and human feces as art, and she's like this occult witches. And they fucking communicate. They're fucking best friends. Jay-Z and Beyonce are friends with this woman too. They're all fucking broed out together. They're all fucking... It's fucked up. And yeah, it's fucked up. It was, to break it down, it was called Pizzagate. The Pizzagate scandal. That's what that was. The Pizzagate scandal. That was the gist of it. There's this fucking place called Comet Ping Pong. The owner of this Comet Ping Pong restaurant, he specifically had a fucking dark, crazy, fucked up. He was running that shit right out of his fucking out of Washington D.C. Right out of Washington D.C. at this restaurant called Comet Ping Pong, and those two Podestas, Hillary Clinton's campaign managers, the people who ran her campaign, they were the fucking guys who got exposed. So, okay, now picture this. When they were running and when they were campaigning for Hillary to get in, and when they wanted Hillary, or, you know, all this was going down between Hillary and Trump, and they were trying to get Hillary in the fucking office, she had campaign managers on camera, on the regular, all the time, talking and trying to push the narrative of let's vote for Hillary, let's vote for Hillary. So while these two perverted pedophiles were on camera trying to like promote Hillary Clinton, they literally always had crowds of people with fucking like people protesting against their Pizzagate, like where are the children type shit. Like there were fucking people like protesting against Hillary Clinton's campaign and all her campaign managers all around this whole Pizzagate scandal. These are the things they keep from you guys. You guys don't know none of this stuff, and they don't fucking they don't teach you guys, they don't tell you guys this on the news, they don't show you that. You have to fucking go fucking search all this stuff up for yourself, because they don't want to. Some of it faintly was on the news, and they fucking tore it apart. Stephen Colbert, all those comedians, they ripped it apart and made fun of it. They weren't saying anything like it's true. They literally, because they're all Democrats too, right? Stephen Colbert, all those guys who are like on TV cracking jokes about politicians all the time, those guys are all Democrats as well too. So they're all like fucking. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. These are the Clintons. The Clintons, specifically Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, they have a fucking serious body count. They have like... Oh, Bill Clinton's still alive. No, Bill Clinton's still alive. Yeah. Bill Clinton didn't...
Man, these young cats is crazy, no?
Yeah, Bill Clinton, he was a former... You'll never see Obama anywhere either nowadays. He'll fade in a mist too, because that's what they do. When once they're done presidents, they got surveillance protection for the rest of their lives, and yeah, they're just pawns. They're just pawns in the game. Obama was one of the biggest tricks on America. Unfortunately, he gave a lot of false hope to the American public. A lot of false hope. He did not change a fuck of a thing. If anything, he was worse. When it came down to it, he was worse when it came down to war. He was sending fucking drones out to killing fucking people at mass for a whole summer one year. Not a whole summer, but like pretty much a whole part of a year. He killed like over 100,000, and I don't want to say him, but his direction, I should say. His direction allowed the American military to kill hundreds of thousands of Iraqis and Afghanistan. Like, they fucking literally went and destroyed those countries over the past year. Once Obama got in, Obama contributed to that. And when Obama was running, it was his like narrative. We're bringing the troops home. We're bringing the troops home. Fucking 2 months into Obama's campaign, he fucking sent 50,000 troops, and then within a year, he sent another 150,000 troops across the ocean to go and deal. So he like literally hoodwinked the whole fucking country when he was telling people, we're bringing the troops home, we're bringing the troops home. That was one of his biggest campaign promises, was that he was going to bring the American troops home, and that there wasn't going to be no war. But he did the war privately. It wasn't even a war. It was like fucking throwing a match in gasoline, you know. It was like sending 10 bullies after an ant, technically, you know. Sending 10 humans to kill an insect is what it was. Because those people had no chance. There was no chance. America fucking... dominated those countries over the past 10 years. Their next country is Venezuela. It's been written. Some of these fucking Rockefellers accidentally dropped their plan here a while ago, but they're gonna be fucking shutting down Venezuela here pretty soon. And the next fucking oil fields they're going after now is Venezuela, because of the oil. That's why they're in Iraq. That's why they're in Afghanistan. That's why they're in Pakistan. That's why they're all over there. That's why America shut all those motherfucking countries down, because those countries had all the oil, had a lot of fucking resources. And why fucking argue with your allies when you could just fucking kill them? You know, why fucking why bargain with your allies when you could set them up and kill them? That's what America pretty much did with 9/11. They set up their allies, they set up this fucking big plot and this big scheme. They fucking attacked their own people on 9/11, blamed it on fucking Saddam Hussein, blamed it on Osama bin Laden. Fucking all of a sudden it was 18 Saudi Arabians who fucking apparently hijacked these planes, and all of a sudden America goes and fucks over Iraq and Afghanistan, even when it was Saudi Arabians who did it. You know, it was Saudi Arabia who was the fucking people. Oh, apparently we're the fucking 18 men responsible for hijacking the 3 planes. 3 planes, yeah. So that's the thing about all of that. It's fucking nuts. So when, yeah, man, I could go on for hours talking about all this crazy shit. You guys don't realize that you guys belong to England, right?
You're telling me the Queen rules
The Queen,
everything?
the Queen runs it all. You got, the president is just the president. You know, when in a business, the president is like the manager, like the leader of the business, but it's not the owner, not the founder. The owner and the founder of America, I'm not gonna say founder, but the owner of America is the royal monarchy, the royal family, the Queen of England.
How is she appointed queen, or what makes her queen? What gives her this power?
Her bloodline comes all the way down from, in the Bible, there's King David, and then there was King David gets his blood from, well, King David is the original one. This is where they get the Star of David. This is where David and Goliath, you may have heard the story of David and Goliath. Well, David, the king of David, he conquered Goliath long ago. He became the king. He became the king of the earth. He became the king in the Bible. Before Jesus was even mentioned in the Bible, they spoke a lot about King David and all these other stories. So, the royal bloodline, their bloodline comes from kings to kings, right down to the Bible, to King David. So that's why they're anointed the kings and queens in England to this day, is because their bloodline is tied to some of the kings of the Bible. Not the king of the Jews, not Jesus, but King David. Yeah, as far as they know, yeah. There's rumors, but as far as we know, there's rumors. I never heard a convincing rumor that there was any descendant of him after him. Nothing to talk about anyway. But that's why the royal monarchy, the Windsor family, that's the Queen's last name, by the way. No one knows that too much. The average human being doesn't know the Queen's last name, but the Queen's name is Elizabeth Windsor. Windsor, the Windsor family. And their bloodline comes right out of the Bible, right in from kings on to queens, the kings to queens, passed right down, right out into the King David from the Bible. I forget, there's another fucking king before him or after him, I forget. But King David is the main one. He had fucking 700 concubines, which today we call them prostitutes and hookers and whores. But back then they used to call them concubines, and he had 300 wives. That nigga had a good. I thought the same thing too when I heard that. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker could get any bitch he wanted. I want to be a king. So, how King David ended up going and losing, because he was anointed king from God, and how he apparently upset God in the Bible is he started getting old age, and he started listening to some of his wives, and started letting them have their way, and started letting them sin, because he was getting old and lazy as a king. He didn't like to do anything too much anymore. So when the wives started getting you know, horny and frisky and started getting all like bossy and like snooty, they literally started convincing the king, like, well, you got to start doing this, or we're, you know, blah blah blah. And the king started giving his wives what they wanted, even though some of the things were like literally committing adultery, committing sin, committing something. And that's in the Bible. It says that's how King David fucked up, is that he allowed his wives to take his rule. That eventually he became a lazy king, and the women in his life started becoming the rulers of his land before he passed. And of course, King David had many offspring and many family. Eventually, like, the heir to the thrones took over slowly but surely, one after another, all the way up to this date. And now today, Queen Elizabeth III, I think, is the queen today. And her son, Prince Charles, or Prince Harry, or Henry, those guys are up for the crown next when she passes. And I told Archie this before, so lately, for the past 100 years, it's been women who have been running the earth. Yeah, when there's a king again, when there's a king of England again, is when things are gonna probably start going haywire again. When the Dark Ages, well, just because it's man's natural instinct, you know. We've been in the most peaceful time. We've been in the most peaceful time in history, and it's because the Queen Elizabeth ain't fucking beheading everybody. You know, it's because the Queen of England ain't fucking gangster. She's a nice, probably a sweet little woman at some point. She's most likely like a grandma. I wouldn't doubt it. Who knows? She may sacrifice babies here and there. There's rumors. Yeah, she looks like a sweet little lady. But there are fucking rumors of her coming out here in her early teen years. When she was queen, when she was anointed queen, she came right up to BC, Canada here, and she did tours around Canada because she runs and owns Canada, right? If you guys don't know that, she's the fucking leader of Canada, definitely. Yippers. She runs Canada. The Prime Minister of Canada doesn't do nothing without the Queen's consent. So technically, the Queen runs and controls Canada. That's why Canada is Canada. You guys cannot fuck with Canada. That's why Canada's bigger. That's why Canada's still the resource center. That's why Canada's the hugest and most unnoted country in the world. We're the most kind of privatized country ever right now. And we're kind of like the safe haven to the rest of the world right now. Ain't nobody want to go to America to be safe. People want to go to America to be in Disneyland and go see worlds. They want to go and see the superstars, but they don't. People come to Canada to get away from their dying countries and their war-ridden countries. They go to America too, but because America is so cracking down on immigration, Canada right now is the safe haven for the rest of the world. Because considering what Trump's doing with immigration right of color, minority, oh, sorry, so America is a scary place for people of color and minorities. Yeah, so right now Canada is because the Queen is such a decent, because she's a good queen, I guess you could say, because she's such a good ruler, she's made Canada like a safe haven for the world. And like I said, it's privatized. There's not much of a history really. Our history is pretty much your guys' history. We're all North America. Yeah, when they refer to North America, they're talking about the majority of North America is Canada, because Canada is like at least 3 times bigger than America. And it's all land. It's not even like America's chock full of people left and right. There's lots of towns, lots of cities, lots of places. Resources are slim. You guys are slowly losing resources the more people you guys have out there. All the resources are up here, all the land, all the fucking forest, all the wood, all the trees, all the fucking fresh water. All the fresh water's up here, all the mountain springs. Untouched, unscathed land up here. And it's all... so that's that. Canada's like the... It's the Queen's... Canada's like set for... It's set up for the Queen to, let's say if England ever gets conquered from anybody ever, and the Queen had to fucking skip town and run away, she'd come to Canada and she would post up right in the center of Canada, probably in Regina, Queen City, which is why they call Regina Queen City. Regina. That's another former old queen, you know, another old queen, Queen Regina from long time ago. So the city of Regina is literally this, almost the center of Canada. Is right, yeah, I know. I don't know, the center of Canada. It's this almost dead center of Canada. And if the Queen ever had to fucking flee from England for whatever reason, she would most likely post up somewhere in Canada, and most likely in Saskatchewan, where I'm from. Because it's all set up. It's all set up for these people plan this for hundreds of years down the road, just in case. You know what? Just in case thing. But Canada's like it's a powerful country, run by the world's most powerful people. And we are like literally, how can I say this? We're like Big Brother to you guys. You know, you guys are like the little cheeky, crazy, tough brother, and we're like the big brother who just looks out for you. If it wasn't for the Canadian troops and the American troops, World War II would have went very differently as well too. The Germans would have took over and they would have fucking shut down all of England, all of Europe, if not anything. But thankfully the Canada and the American troops, World War II went very differently. Thanks to the indigenous people and the wind talkers, they fucking conquered a lot of the fucking Chinese groups, and they conquered a lot of the Soviet armies. Oh no, not the Soviet armies, the German armies, because none of them knew. The Canadian army and the American army, they used indigenous native wind talkers to communicate through codes so that they can get by and conquer and beat German armies and Japanese armies during World War II. So not only if it wasn't for Canada and the indigenous, World War II would have went very, very, very differently. That's another thing people don't talk about. It's the wind talkers that fucking, because the Germans, being the Germans, they knew every language in the fucking world, and they pretty much knew how to crack every code, because the humans, the only fucking languages they didn't know were the fucking Indian languages, like the fucking indigenous First Nation languages. And I'm pretty sure, I forget which language they used, Ojibwe, or they used some fucked up. So one of these Indian languages, one of First Nation languages. And they literally had like codes that allowed for the American and for the Canadians to conquer, you know? My terabyte is getting blown up, and I'm getting inside my terabyte right now, and there's two motherfuckers trying to kill me. I'm gonna fucking get in my thing and shock these bitches. Yeah? Artsy. Yo, these motherfuckers are driving my terabyte and I'm in it. Oh, they put me in the fucking water. We would have managed to discover a lot of things. We would have figured out a lot, and we would have probably had our own businesses. What fucked over everybody in the long run was the dollar system. When the dollar system took over, they brought it in, they introduced it to us as well, and that fucked over our people as well. Not only did it fuck over every other culture, the dollar system, yeah. We Indians knew nothing about the dollar system. We ran through the trade system. We traded things. You know, we worked for trade, we traded for work, we looked out for each other heavily. Shit, these bitches! So when they introduced that shit to us, oh wow, I fuck these motherfuckers. Oh shit! I was sitting there minding my own fucking business too. Oh yeah, yeah. We were building huts and like fucking all kinds of like little shelters for ourselves by the time they were here. It's not like we were like fucking completely savaged out. We were very civil. We were very civil. We were very there was a lot about, there's so many different cultures of us too. There's like thousands of different tribes, and we all had a different thing to offer. Some of us were a little weaker than others, but for the more advanced, like the Mayans and all those people down in South America, like we were fairly advanced. But they were scary crazy, those Mayans people, apparently. Yeah, as well. But this is all. Just one moment. They wanna fucking... I wanna watch Apocalypto. That movie will fucking... That movie's crazy. You ever watch that movie, guys? Apocalypto? It's a pretty cool movie. It's pretty crazy. Take that, you fucking bitches. What's up now? What's up, fool? There you guys, now I'm in my fucking geared out noob gear too. Look, I got my helmet on, I got my fucking body armor on too. What's up? You fucking little pansies trying to fucking get deadly with me. I don't fucking play these games. Take that, you little fucking bitch ass trick. Yeah, I'd say on... Oh, he's underneath me, that little faggot. Oh. It's a cold world, artsy. Me, Lisa, we're talking yesterday and today. Damn, Archie's got to stream more. Yeah, we were just talking about that shit. You can't be just... Where the fuck my helmet go? Why don't I have my helmet on? All of this... My fucking helmet is gone all of a sudden. You couldn't fucking shoot for shit, you little bitch ass trick. I don't know. Lots? Yeah, we do, and there's a lot of stories and a lot of people who witnessed them out here. This is Canada, bro. Fuck, there's little people out here too. There's a lot of stories. Right where I'm from, remember on Minecraft, that boarding school that we were building? Little people are in those trees going up the hill. Or going, not going up the hill, I mean going to the building. You know that road going to the building surrounded by all trees? Yeah, and there's fucking rumors of little people living in those trees. On Minecraft? Hell yeah. If I can get it working, I'll hop on today. I gotta find a disc. I'm late. I gotta... if I can get it working, I can't promise you mine will work. It may not work. If it works, Harlem will be so happy. I gotta look for it, never mind. My kids get into all my discs because I have like fucking 500 CDs all over the house of DVDs and blah blah blah. My daughter, my little baby, she fucking literally gets into all the discs when I'm not looking, when I'm not around. So I literally have like piles of discs laying around here, and some are over here, some over there. And it's a hassle because my son, Harlem, he doesn't fucking look after his video games that much, and he gets his video games mixed up with my DVDs, and before you know it, they're all in a fucking pile all over the house. And I gotta keep them intact, and oh shit. I think I just cracked it just cleaning it. I just heard it's... No, not broken half, but I heard it's cracking because I was rubbing it a little hard. Rubbing it too hard. Rub one up. There's this fucking video on YouTube. No, on Facebook, where this girl's in her Snapchat. I think it's Snapchat. She's walking on this reserve grid back road, and she's like has her little camera on her, and she's trying to be cute. And then all of a sudden, you see this little black figure behind her, and she turns the camera, and you can see it just run. Like little tiny figure, just little creep. Like I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was such a trippy fucking video, man. It was like so trippy. I'm like, this is kind of like one of the only modern videos of like little people that was caught on video. And I don't know what it was, but there's this video on fucking Facebook of this girl who, she's like a little young teenager, a little ditzy native girl, smiling, trying to snap herself, and she's walking. Yeah, about your age, yeah, exactly. Probably 14, 15 years old, 16 maybe. Little smiley little res girl, and she's walking in the back road headed to somewhere, and she could tell it's like, it looks like it's a Canadian reserve. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in Saskatchewan. She was on my friends list, and it was viral for a bit. And you could see, and it like she turns off the camera because she panics as soon as she's seen it in her camera. She turns it off, right? But you can only get to see a glimpse of it, like a fucking smidge of a second, and you can see it like fucking scurry into the tall grass, and it's like fucking trippy. Just thinking about it, just talking about it gives me the creeps, because I don't know if it's real or not. And you can, yeah, and it's on fucking Facebook too. I should find that video. Damn. Damn. Trippy. There's always native women coming and telling us different stories about little people. Right when I was in the boarding school, right when I was in the mission, there was always women who would come and tell us stories of these types of things. It was always common for us to hear about them, or look out for them. They steal your sugar, is one thing I was told. If you have your sugar in lower cupboards, they'll take it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know how little they are. Like I heard that there were some are up to your knee. I heard some are like fucking really tiny. So I don't know how. I don't know if they're midgets or if they're like, no, they can't be like, they're smaller than like midgets, dwarfs. But from what I know, they're like little, like there's, I don't know. So in this video on Facebook, this thing looks like it's roughly knee high, maybe up to your shin. I don't know, but it doesn't look that. Doesn't look that small, but in legends and in myths, what I hear is that some of them can be so small that they can fit within the bark of trees, and that they can hide within the trees and hide within the creases of trees. Yeah, like small. Like little humans, yeah, that's what I heard too. Like I always picture them as little humans. They even like in cities, like the city of Regina, which is, I hate saying it to you guys, but in the city of Regina, like there's fucking stories of people's houses like getting invaded by these little things. Like in my mom, she has this crazy story. She said she went to go sleep at one of her boyfriend's house one time, and one of the women that were at the house said, if you hear or if you see any little people, don't worry, there's nothing there, they always come here. And my mom was like, what? Like, don't, like, what are you talking about? Like, the little people, they always come around here, they've been stealing from us lately. And it was just common, like the Indians there, they're like, if you see them or if you hear of them, or if they're bothering you, don't worry about it, they're always here, is the thing, you know. My mom was like, like whatever, I don't know. So she went, of course, probably went and laid down with her man, did whatever fucking nasty things she need to do. She gets up later on in the night to drink, go get a cup of water, and she fucking sees all the cupboards are wide open, and there's like fucking flour and shit like all over the floor, and there's like shit all over the floor. She's like, she started like tripping out, like what the hell? Like my mom, right? So she goes and tells her boyfriend, like, look at, there's this, your guys' kitchen is just like upside down, I don't know what's going on. So the boyfriend is like, oh damn it, those are those people again, those are those little people, they came in here again. And so what they did is they grabbed the flour and they sprinkled it all over the floor in hopes to catch their footprints. And sure enough, they went back to bed, and well, of course they were trying to sit up and listen and, you know, be all suspicious. The whole house woke up in a fright. Of course, they dealt with it. After a few hours, everyone went back to bed. My mom and her boyfriend all went back to bed. They sprinkled flour on the steps and in the front and around the areas that they're known to be around. And sure enough, the next morning, there's like fucking little, tiny little tracks all over the house. And it's like, holy shit. My mom told me the story, and she said that was her confirmation that they were real. You know, that's when she started to understand, because she didn't want to believe and she didn't think of this. She was always skeptical at everything, her too, but that was kind of one of her, that was one of her very few supernatural experiences that she's ever been in. Because my mom hasn't been, I've dealt with a lot of creepy shit in my life. My mom hasn't, you know, but that was one thing that she has been through, was witnessing this at one of her boyfriend's house in the city of Regina. Vagina. Yeah, Regina rhymes with fun. Okay, 1 second, bro. Alright guys, I'm gonna shut this video down. I'm stuck at a loading screen. I've been stuck here for the past 10 minutes, so this most likely ain't gonna work out. So make sure and hit that motherfucking subscribe button, guys. If you tune in, sub. I'm out of here. Okay, yeah, you were saying?